Hello, I'm Applesick, and welcome back to the modded series. We're currently on episode 5, and I gotta say, I look absolutely terrifying with those bunny ears and this costume. That combination seems to go such a long ways for scaring people. I wish I could wear these on the Waystone. People would be flipping out. But yes, welcome back to the modded series. We're over here next to the castle, and I wanted to do something with it. Yeah, this is going to be a rather large project. It's going to be fun, though. We have a lot of gray in the area. And I will tell you, as soon as I look at the castle, I feel very dismal. I always felt like there's a little piece of this area that was just missing, or something just felt totally wrong about it. And I've come to the conclusion that the castle just does not work in this area. Especially when we're going for builds like this, that look really happy and bright. Yeah, we definitely need to do something with this. I think what we're going to do, I don't have a lot of experience building castles. Honestly, I guess you could say I've done maybe a few pieces that are similar to castles. So I'm going to have to do some stone gathering. We're going to be filling it in with these stone bricks and then going back to design it with other blocks. I think it'd be the best bet. And have this as the main entrance, a proper entrance, instead of breaking blocks and then coming in through the side. So we've got some red carpet here working for us. And I think I want to use a rich color like red. Really nice and warm. So we won't be using this, and then we're going to be doing carpet and maybe some other designs, depending on what we can get into as far as the mods would provide for us. Sounds good to me. So let's go mining for some stone. Should probably put my armor back on, because this is a dangerous world. I'm beginning to miss my beacon and silk touch. This is taking quite some time. I mean, I've got a few stacks of cobblestone so far, but I have a feeling it's going to take a while to get where we need to be. And I've kind of come out here in the distance so I can just get it on the surface instead of going into the cavern systems. Much more of a risk of running into werewolves or anything else that would be extremely dangerous. And I have come to find that castles are very rare. So I gotta make it more unique by redesigning it. I do notice something. They are different in structural builds. Is that a bear? Did you just kill a chicken or something? Gotta get vengeance for him. That poor chicken. Are you tough? No? Well, back to mining up cobblestone then after I check out that. That's a very cool tree. So we did end up getting back to base, and after some trial and error, I have come up with somewhat of a design that I want to continue around the castle. We have the Celtic design, which looks really neat. Now I've done this tower, but unfortunately not the other ones, and we have done this side as far as decoration goes. I really love these decoration blocks. It's like a Celtic theme. And we've done some column work. We've done this artificial arch that goes over and separates these windows, I guess you could call them. I wanted to go with something a little bit more conceptual instead of a stronghold, more of a pretty design rather than function. Because we're in Minecraft, it doesn't matter that much. But if I get around to the front, I've started clearing it out a bit, but unfortunately haven't got anywhere on this side. And I think I need to add an additional window over here. And as you can see, I've used other chiseled blocks, which I think look nice. Something different. Maybe a strange texture for that. May have to mix match a bit, do some more trial and error. So let me go ahead and break this and show you that what I have done inside the tower itself. Oh no, we're blocked. Let me get back here. Look at this. It looks nice and fresh. And the good thing about it is that vines are gone. We don't have to worry about those right now. They're just a little bit more messy than what I want it to be, and I've got to remove all the ones in here. And I've been debating, let me go and get my cloud pet out so that we can fly and look at it. I think I want to remove this cross section. It's taking up like half of the castle space, and it's not really needed. Still doing a lot of debating on where everything should go. Now, as far as these circles go in these towers, I made this symmetrical. It wasn't originally from the original build. As you can see, there's like 3 on this side, and I think there's 4. Wait, let's see. There's like 4 on this side, and then there's 3 on this side too. I guess make it even with the center, or it may have been the way I carved it out because it's looking pretty symmetrical on this one. I do know that this one on this side wasn't symmetrical, so Had to do some adjustments there. But yeah, it's coming out looking really cool, and it may transform more into a fort and then have a roofing as well. So I'm going to do a little bit more work to it, do some conceptualizing, and I think we'll get into the meat of things once we get inside and start doing interior decor, because really all this is a repetitive process. So I just got back. Waffle Stick was tragically enlightened. Yeah, I need to stop leaving the keyboard when I'm playing modded, but it was just right here because I had floated up and went AFK for a moment. I've been working on the castle a bit on the outside. Where is my death marker? Beautiful place. Was it all the way over here? Was I all the way? I guess the blitz had just continuously pelted me until I got over here. It's all the way up there. Oh, I guess Botania is doing a little Halloween thing with their mana spreaders. That's cool. Very nifty. Well, I guess I need to work on getting that, and we're going to go over the castle and show you what I've done. I've done quite a bit. I've gotten pretty far. Wish I didn't have to go for that. For the previous 2 episodes, I've been using Black Star tools, and these things are insane. Take a look at this pick. It has 50,000 durability. That's just insane. A diamond shovel has 1,500, so there's a dramatic difference there. And I think the traits carry over to all the tools they do. And for the armor, oh wow, that's over 500,000. That's just stupid. That is stupidly overpowered, but you know what? I love it. It's a mod pack. You just gotta enjoy and embrace things like that. Especially in this dangerous world. There are some dangerous mobs about, and I'm glad to have them. But anyways, let's take a look at the castle and what changes I've made. You may notice right off the bat, even from the previous clip, that we have implemented some wool to brighten up the area. The gray was just a little bit too much. And I was going to do some chisel and bits on these, but unfortunately, I just decided not to. I kind of like the blockiness of it. Not sure if I want curves and patterns and designs to make it look super fancy, even though it is supposed to be Celtic. I'm just going to work on it later at some later date, because I haven't fully decided on it, but this looks really nice. We have tried to do some archways, some artificial ones. I think it looks really nice and fluent, especially from the inside in here. Ooh, that looks nice. Took my time, worked on it a minute. And this side is a little bit different than that. I didn't want to make them perfectly symmetrical, but this one will be symmetrical with that side. This one will not with this one because we have an entrance there. But yes, it's coming together and it looks really sturdy. If you were to float above it, those walls look pretty thick. I don't think anything can get through it. So I'm just going to work a little bit on that side. I would have done a time lapse on this, but I've just been really enjoying just relaxing and building on this castle. And like I said before, it is quite repetitive. I mean, we're just doing the same thing with these towers. And I'm going to be doing the same thing with this wall to this wall, but I will be sure to take a screenshot of the finished project and compare it with the beginning one. And of course this, we may do some entrance work on camera. So let me get this tower done and we'll get to that. So it's been a few days and I've been popping in and out of the world to try to get this foundation going, and I think the castle is starting to look really nice. All of this depth has really challenged my wits and it's been really fun. And I think we've got it to where we want it as far as these sides go, but for the entrance I said I was going to do on camera, which I've started a bit of it, but I want to maintain the consistency of these sides, but not necessarily make it symmetrical with the front. We have added in some leaf blocks and mossy stone brick to accentuate that greenery. I think it looks really nice. So let's see if we can get this to work. I have started on an entrance, and I was going to go with an archway. I think I want to do something like this. Of course, the stairs are going to be aligned a little bit better than that. I think maybe we might need some slabs if I can get a crafting table going. One thing I didn't prepare for out here because I had just jumped back in and I was prepared to record this, but without a crafting table. There we go. Let's see if we can get some of these stone bricks, do some slabs. That's really the major trick about connecting these stairs, and that doesn't really stand out well, does it? It seems like it really blends in that archway, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. maybe we could do some kind of gateway behind this, like some fence work. So from here, I want to place maybe a slab there and one right here underneath. Go ahead and break this one. Let's retry these stairs and put those upside down rather than that orientation, because it seems like it'd work out better. The only problem with this is it doesn't really remain that consistent. It looks a little bit blocky, because if we look at the archways over here, oh, I see what I've done. So I've just come over with another. Let me try that out, because I think that'd be a little bit easier on us. So we'll just do this. Go ahead and just take all of this down. I'm gonna give it another shot. So we'll just place our stairs down like this, like that, and then the final one. That looks good to me. That actually looks pretty close to what I want. And so anyways, from here, we're gonna take some of these slabs, be a nice connection to that stair. That's what I'm looking for. Much better in terms of being connected with each other and in a much more consistent way. So let's go ahead and break this wall down. So we have an idea of how big this entrance is going to be. It's only going to be 3 blocks wide, which seems a little bit minuscule for a castle build. Let me just jump up here and get that block. Thank you. I don't know if I want to get the other blocks. May want to put stairs on the other side and decorate this off camera, because this is going to take quite a bit of time to get this one right. So from here, I definitely want to extend maybe a fence on top. But let's try to, the only problem is we have this archway. Let's try to make this a little bit more interesting in shape. And then the center is right here, so we would just start right here and then go down. Okay. That looks pretty close to what I want. See, we just kind of work out the shape from there. And then we got to outline that somehow. So I'm thinking of doing fence, but if we look at the other parts of the build, we do have some of these roadblocks going on, and I think they look really nice. I should have some in the chest down here. I had stored a bunch of them away. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. Andesite is incredible with chisel. It's really something else, but I think I'm just going to put this like in a border going across the front of the entrance. I think that'll work well. And, you know, it's subtle enough to where it doesn't affect the whole design. But when it comes to maybe this segment, we can possibly put in some fence. I think that'd be a great place to put fence. And then maybe extend it upwards like this. Even though we're breaking up that pattern, which is fine. Now, that fence we have used oak. I don't know if I have any. I may have to go scavenging for some oak. I think, oh, I've got a bunch in my inventory. We'll just craft up some fences. Let's go ahead and grab this. Looks like it's turning nighttime on me already. That's not good. We'll just do half of this. We'll get some sticks going. Great. And let's go ahead and separate these two. And there we are. We should have enough. Way more than enough. I want to show you something else I did in the castle, which I had totally forgot to show. I think this would look nice. Something very close to this, but it's definitely not sharp up there. It's still a little bit blocky. We're going to have to work around with it a bit. But that definitely looks a lot better than what it did. And so I was going to show this off. I have done the top of the towers, like scaffolding, going around the circle, which I think looks really cool. I personally love this look because it looks medieval. And it was really easy to do. It just required a bunch of fence, which took some time to gather all up. But of course, with, you know, vein miner, it goes much faster. See if there's anything else I can do with the outside of this before we jump to the next clip. We definitely need to shape that up more. We could definitely use some more of these stairs, so let's try that out. I don't want it to be too sharp, but over there you can see that I've used the stairs and it worked out pretty nicely. Do this like that. Okay, yeah, that's going somewhere. We definitely need some blocks in the front. But it's really coming together quite nicely. Let's go ahead and do that and that. And that should be a good standing point for what I'm going to continue with next, which I'll probably do off camera. Because I do a lot of debating and a lot of pre-planning. Look at that red and luxurious carpet. Doesn't that just look fantastic? We've only used like 12 blocks of wool to make this. Very cheap because we use chisel and bits rather than default crafting, and we've got this seamless transition when it meets the wooden planks, which looks really nice. This place has just shaped up wonderfully. compared to what it was, a pile of stones, which is wanting to show that screenshot. Look at this. It was just a pile of stones. Oh, that looks like a mess. And then it transitioned to something a little bit more interesting, a little bit more Celtic. Oh, that's nice. So we've come a long ways, and I'm going to do more to this obviously in the future, but for now, I'm just going to leave it because it's at its primary foundation. But I want to somehow connect up to the towers from right here in the center, or we can connect from within the towers themselves, and then just have some stairs going upwards, which I think is going to be the better bet. But it's going to take some contemplation. Now look at these little waffle stick faces. The green, it looks kind of like Christmas. May have to change the coloring of those. I gotta say, job well done. And I also want to get to this at some point. We'll just fly over here real quick. This nice little altar build. A lot of people didn't really agree with this stuff laying on the ground. We're going to change that up. And Jordan Pretty had recommended to do a sword bit build right here, which I think would be really cool. I think that'd be really awesome to just kind of fit in there. Something with a little bit more of a story behind it. And I think I'll get to that maybe next episode. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you did enjoy watching. We'll see you next episode. You guys have a fantastic day.